Hello everyone, welcome back to another art time lapse. Today I am doing a DIY Christmas ornament called a Catmas bus. I am going on a all-out Christmas theme with cats this year. Don't know why, but I'm really loving it, so I hope you enjoy this video as well. And as always, if you like the content on this channel, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering, and on with this art time lapse. So today I'm going to do a bus full of little kitties who are wishing you a Merry Christmas. Starting off with my Posca marker, which is an acrylic marker, I'm going to draw out the outline for the bus itself. Before starting on this piece, I did do a little bit of research of what kind of bus I would like, how I want the kitties to look like, and I generally use Pinterest to kind of save all my ideas. And I find that to be a very easy process for me to brainstorm and also collect my ideas into separate boards. At least before, I think I did it on paper or on a sketchbook, and now I'm going paperless and it saved me so much paper. So here, drawing the outline, I'm just gonna start with my red colors, color all the red in, and then moving on to other colors. Now, one thing I've learned about using these acrylic Posca markers is that you can't really blend in the colors for the markers because they're not really meant for blending. For acrylics, if you were to use a brush and you were to squeeze it out of a tube, of course you can blend the colors, but I find that when I blend it with the marker nibs itself, it makes the color a little bit more muddy, and they just don't look as nice. And subsequently, when I draw other pieces, there's contamination of the other paint that stays on the nib that doesn't go away for a while. So that's one thing I would recommend. You might need a large collection of Posca markers if you want to get some of those in between colors and get gradients for some of your artwork. So here I'm choosing acrylic markers to draw on these wooden ornaments because they dry permanent and doesn't require me to add water, which when water soaks into porous material like wood tends to spread. Not saying that acrylics doesn't do the same, but it's more minimal compared to watercolor. So here I'm using a orange marker to draw another kitty. So for this one, I want for each of the windows on this bus to have a different color kitty. I think that will be really cute. And these kitties will be just delivering Merry Christmas messages and magic everywhere as it rides on this bus. I think that will be super cute. Initially, I wanted to do a double-decker bus, but because of the size of the ornament that I have, I find that it just wasn't gonna do the piece justice because the kitties were gonna be so small. It's gonna be really hard for me to paint with the nib size that I have for these Posca markers. However, I think it would be a great idea if you're planning on doing a Christmas card for a friend who just simply love cats. I think a double-decker bus would look really great on a portrait style Christmas card. So if you're interested in doing something along those ideas, you can follow me along this video and just do the same bus and just add another layer to your drawing, and then you would have a double-decker bus. My kids have been obsessed and really excited about the idea of riding a double-decker bus recently, so that's where the idea for the piece came from. So I thought it would be really fun to do bus theme ornament. Coming up, I have my first Christmas craft fair in I think 3 or 4 years, since in between there's COVID and I had kids, so I haven't really done a Christmas craft fair in a while. So I wanted to do some original artwork and some fun ornaments that are Christmas themed for this craft fair. I'm hoping everything will go well. Perhaps I'll do a vlog of my experience during this craft fair. It's actually not a really large craft fair. It's something local close to my home, and I just love the idea also of bringing my kids to their first craft fair, and it'll be nice if they are involved. So my kids are gonna help out and do some stickers and sell some of their artwork, which I am very proud of personally as a mommy, that my kids are interested in selling artwork and taking interest in the arts. Of course, I don't think they have a true concept of money, so this is more of a fun way for them to interact with people and kind of express themselves and talk about their artwork. So back to the piece. So you can see I have used my red marker to color in the bus. One thing I should mention is that despite the acrylic markers drying permanent, once it dries, I still give it at least like 24-40 hours to kind of dry independently, and then I put a layer of seal on top of it so that the artwork will preserve a little bit longer. I mean, the ornament portion, I'm not too worried about it because you're hanging on a Christmas tree. It's not gonna get too much collateral damage as opposed if it was a keychain and you hang it in your bag and you kind of like throw your bag around. There's more likelihood that the keychain is gonna break or like scratch the artwork. But for ornament, because it's for display, I know that like it's not such a big deal, but I still feel safer if I put a sealant on it. So I know there's like options for using varnish for wood. I do find that the varnish does cause some discoloration for the artwork, so what I use is usually the Mod Podge seals that I will paint on top, and the seals usually come in like satin, gloss, or matte, so there's a couple of options that comes with. Traditionally I've used like Mod Podge sealant for like, let's say, puzzles, if I want to keep the puzzle pieces stuck together after I finish putting the puzzle together. So I think that the sealant will make the artwork maintain a little bit longer, although I think it should be permanent anyways. Next, you can see I'm using my Sakura Jelly Roll, which is an archival ink pen, to add in highlights and details for the cat itself, drawing in highlights for outlines for the bus, and then of course the little green part in the middle, I'm planning on putting like a Christmas message there. And then I just love this outlining part for my artwork. I think it's really therapeutic to kind of outline with this white marker. It just makes the piece stand out a little bit more, especially for all of the small details. So that is a guilty pleasure of mine. Also, using a white marker, a marker itself, it's just so easy to use. You can bring to a coffee shop and you can like outline all your pieces without having to bring like my water container, my brushes, and so forth. So this is like my go-to mixed media material if I have a chance to go to a coffee shop to just sit there and draw ornaments. I think picking up some Posca markers and some Sakura Jelly Roll, some ink pens are like really ideal if you want some downtime or just hang out with your friends and do some art activities. Also very like hassle free and it's not super messy. So I think for older kids this could be a good option to do as well. For a DIY activity, just to hang out over the afternoon, listen to some music, or like if it's around Christmas time for you, listen and like watch some Christmas movies while you're just doodling with your hands and sitting around with your family and making some like personalized Christmas ornaments, either for your own Christmas tree or gifting it to a close friend or family. I think it's such a nice personal touch. So here you can see like I'm using this gray marker just to highlight some of the details of the piece, and then going back with a gold glitter Sakura Jelly Roll, I'm adding in a little bit of snowflakes for the piece. I've tried a number of glitter markers and I think I still love the Sakura brand one the most. I find that the gold is very subtle, it's not super glammy and like childish looking, it's a very antique gold. I would love to do a review on like different archival ink for glitter pens for gold, just to compare the different ones out there. I've tried a number, but I've not done a full video on it, so we'll see if I get a chance to do that in the future. So you can see I'm using my white Sakura Jelly Roll. Definitely stands out quite a bit once I draw it on. Well, I'm almost wrap up for this piece. Thank you so much for joining me in this art time lapse as I do my DIY art ornament, my Christmas ornament of this Christmas bus with all these kitties. I hope you enjoyed the video and hopefully I'll see you next time in another one. Take care and stay creative, everyone. Bye for now.